morning.
You're up early?
I didn't sleep at all. Everything that's happened is just so unsettling.
For me, too. So what happens now?
I hope that we can get Ridge and Brooke to set another wedding date so we can just go on with everything as planned.
That'd be perfect.
I really don't see... Well, I mean, it's possible, you know, we could get it within the week. I suppose it just depends on how quickly Brooke recovers.
It shouldn't take more than a couple of days.
I wouldn't think so. And then we can get them married.
I think I'll design a completely new wedding gown for Brooke. You know.
There'll be more children.
Will you see Brooke today?
Oh, yes, I'm going to do that first thing. I'm sure she's going to need to talk to someone.
Well, Ridge is the person she's going to need to talk to. He's the one with all the answers.
The thing I can't get out of my mind was his attitude when he came home yesterday. Even before he found out there was a problem with Brooke. Something happened. Something happened that really upset him.
And you think it involves Caroline in some way?
In every way. Something happened.
What?
When she arrived home and found out that the wedding rehearsal had been delayed, she wasn't the least bit surprised.
And Caroline hadn't found out about Brooke being in the hospital yet?
No. Plus his attitude. I'm telling you, it adds up to something.
Well, we've got to find out what it is. This whole situation is just too explosive.
Thorne has got to be uppermost in our concern. I don't think, Eric, I honestly don't think that he could cope with losing Caroline. Especially to Ridge. I mean, look what happened the first time he found out about them. Thank God. And I know it sounds so strange to say, but thank God that the sleeping pills and the alcohol have dulled his memory. Dulled his memory of that shooting, I mean. Lieutenant Burke warned us, and maybe he's right. The right set of circumstances can just trigger him, trigger his recall.
Listen, we have to tread very lightly. But let's find out everything we can from Brooke and from Ridge. And for now, avoid confronting Caroline.
Today at 3 o'clock, my appointment with the lawyer. The divorce lawyer. Should I see him now or wait until after the wedding? Whenever it is that they reschedule it. If they do. If there's even a wedding at all. Either way, I know I can't go on with this marriage. God knows I've tried, Thorne. But I don't want to bring a lot of turmoil to the family right now. In case there is a wedding. If there is a wedding. What are your thoughts, Ridge? What are your feelings? A son, Ridge. A son. Your son. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Macy, just the person I've been wanting to see.
Well, what a welcome, Mother.
What are you talking about? I'm always glad to see you.
Not this glad.
Now, you're my little girl, and I'm your mother, and why shouldn't a mother be pleased and proud to see her precious daughter, huh?
Really, Mother, this is a little too much. And I know you have something to tell me, so Out with it. What have you got cooking up now?
Nothing. It's just a little idea that I had. It's the kind of idea that could take your breath away, though. It's something I've been dreaming about all my life. For you.
Well, you've certainly got my attention with that one. You've got an idea for me that'll take my breath away.
Mm-hmm. Takes my breath away just thinking about it.
Well, come on, tell me. I assume it has something to do with the business?
Yeah, part of it's about the business, but there's a bigger picture here in which I have envisioned you ever since you were a baby.
My future at Spectra.
It's more than your future as Spectra. It's a lot more than Spectra. Tell me something. Why don't we ever hear about that old boyfriend of yours anymore?
Where did that come from?
I just wondered what happened to him, that's all.
Low touch for now. He's pretty involved in his own life.
Did he hurt you?
No, the opposite maybe, but it's over, I think.
Okay. Take a look at that article. It's all about Ridge Forrester. That's the oldest son, you see. It says there that his wedding just got called off because the bride was suddenly taken ill. Seems like a pretty flimsy excuse, but the important thing is that Ridge Forrester is now on the loose.
You've got to be kidding, Mother. You want me to chase after Ridge Forrester.
I want you to realize that that's the kind of man you ought to be interested in.
Why? Because he's rich?
Yeah. And because people like the Forresters have power, social connections, and class. You think about it. Ridge Forrester is going to walk down the aisle with somebody someday. Why not you?
Morning.
Good morning.
I guess it really isn't, is it? A good morning, I mean. Guess everything that happened last night is a bad dream.
No, it all happened. I wish it hadn't. God, Brooke must be devastated.
Yeah, it was a boy.
Did you talk to Ridge last night? Or am I not allowed to ask that question without all sorts of assumptions happening?
Yes, I talked to him briefly. I waited up while you were asleep.
How was he?
I don't know if I've ever seen him like that before.
Like what?
Not much to say. A lot of turmoil. I don't think the reality of having a baby had really gotten to him until they lost it. Caroline, about last night.
Thorne, is it really necessary to bring
Yes,
it all up
I think
again?
it is.
I don't want to talk about why I went to the hospital.
Look, either I'm getting paranoid with insecurity, or you're still attracted to Ridge. Now, friendship I can handle. But Caroline, if it were ever to go beyond that, I honestly don't know what I would do. Let's not put it to the test, okay? I love you. No man will ever love you more than I love you. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. If you ever have thoughts that Ridge and Brooke might not get married, I think you're wrong. I have no doubts that they will get married.
Morning, son. How are you?
How would you expect me to be?
I would give anything if it could be different.
Yeah, Dad. So would I. So would I.
Would it help to share your feelings?
Let's just say it's very personal.
It might help, son.
Son. That word takes on a whole new meaning to me now. I'm not sure if you know, but Brooks and my baby was a boy.
No, I didn't know that.
I would have had exactly the same reaction if it was a girl. Suddenly I was faced with the reality of it all. Never registered the way it had until I realized we'd lost it.
Obviously there can and will be other children.
Well, not that I'm gung-ho for a family. It was all very unplanned and unexpected. You know that.
Oh, yes, I know that, son. And Brooke understands that, too. I'm sure she's not going to press you for another baby right away.
Dad, we're not even married yet.
Well, you will be soon. Will you see her today?
Yes.
Your mother's there with her now.
What's Mother doing there?
Well, she hadn't seen her since she was rushed to the hospital last night. She wanted to be with her and support her, share her feelings. Son, don't wait too long to set another wedding date.
Why do you say that, Dad?
Why do you question my saying it?
Look, I'm sorry.
It's all right, son. It's all right. You're under a lot of stress. I understand. What will help is seeing Brooke.
Yes, I do want to see Brooke. I'll talk to you later.
Well, I wanted to come by last night, but I just thought so much was happening, I just didn't think it was a good idea to just drop by.
Yeah, I understand. A lot was going on. Rich was here.
But it was still an ordeal, I know.
Yeah, not so much the pain, although that was pretty intense at times, but it was losing the baby. Rich's son.
Yes, I know it was a little boy.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes these things happen to us in life.
Well, I guess I'm doing a lot better this morning.
How long do you think that they'll be keeping you here?
Dr. Madigan says about a day or two at the most.
Good. Get you back up to the house and Maria can spoil you rotten.
Why are you being so wonderful?
Why wouldn't I be?
I just thought now that there isn't going to be a baby that your attitude would have changed. But I'm very grateful it hasn't. I'm very grateful.
Hello, Caroline.
Donna, hi.
May I come in? I think this should only take a minute.
can I do for you, Donna?
It isn't what you can do for me. It's what you can do for Brooke.
I don't understand
Caroline, I know what you're up to.
what I'm up to.
Just stay away from Ridge.
Stay away from Ridge?
Behind my sister's back, you have been going after Ridge. While she is in the hospital.
Is that what you really think, Donna?
What you're doing to Brooke and to that Forrester family is unforgivable. And just what do you think it would do to Thorne if you left him for his own brother? Do you even think about that? Don't you even care about your husband?
Donna, I'm not going to explain my marriage to you. Quite frankly, it's none of your business.
When it involves my sister, I make it my business.
Look, you don't even know what your sister's capable of, and you don't know what she's done to me.
What I know, Caroline, are the facts. You have been married to Thorne for just over a year. You're virtually newlyweds, and yet you're already going after Ridge. Well, you had your chance with him, and you blew it. And so now you're taking out all that anger and all that bitterness on my sister. That's a pretty cheap thing to do. Just stay out of my sister's life. Because try as you might, you are not going to have Ridge. Brooke isn't going to allow that. And rightfully so. You don't deserve him.
If you only knew the whole story, Donna. If you only knew.
For you to be here like this, really and truly concerned about me. You know, I never thought anything like this could ever happen.
Well, some of us mothers have a difficult time accepting the fact that our sons are going to ride off into the sunset with their brides. For many different reasons.
Yeah, but you really hated me. Don't you remember all those things that you said to me and those arguments we used to have?
Why bring that up now?
Because I just want you to know how much all this means to me. How much you mean to me. And for another reason that I'm really kind of scared to talk to you about.
Ridge?
I really wonder what he's thinking about all of this.
What did he say to you?
I was very sedated and emotional and kind of out of it. He was here, he stayed with me, but I really don't remember.
Well, he must have been up and about before I was, because I haven't seen him this morning.
Stephanie, do you think that this could change anything? My losing the baby? Do you think that I may risk losing Ridge, too?
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Well, I can report that this patient is doing just fine.
Is that true?
Well, let's just say I'm much better now that you're here.
Oh, I'm leaving before it gets too deep in here. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Stephanie.
And I'll see you at home.
All right.